The Lincoln Project salutes Vice President Donald Trump. As Vice President, Trump will finally have the time to do the things that make him happiest. We at the Lincoln Project are confident that Donald Trump understands his position. Elon is smarter, wealthier, more charismatic, has a far superior and more successful social media platform and company. Talk about old movies, playing on his phone, admiring the assets of other men. Meanwhile, President Musk can get down to the business of running.
Ever wondered what happens when you poke a big orange bear with a stick? Well, the Lincoln Project just did it. 8 times, and boy oh boy is Grumpy Trumpy mad these rebel rascals dropped not 1, not 2, but 8 parody ads that are driving our favorite Cheeto-in-Chief up the wall. It's like watching a toddler's tantrum, but with worse hair and more tweets. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor if you appreciate this content. Please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. All right, folks. Gather around for a tale of political pranksters and one very grumpy Trump. The Lincoln Project, a group of rebel Republicans with a bone to pick, decided to spice up the election season by dropping not 1, not 2, but 8 parody ads right in Trump's lap.
He did not make a single appeal to a moderate voter, to an independent voter, to a centrist voter, or even to the millions and millions of Republican voters who voted for Nikki Haley this year or Ron DeSantis. That no matter what happens with Joe Biden, no matter what he decides or what happens in the Democratic Party, you can never take your foot off the gas of attacking Donald Trump.
When did conservative values become about one man? When did faith go from looking upward to looking the other way? Donald Trump doesn't represent the party of Lincoln.
Talk about poking the bear. Picture this. Donnie Diapers is lounging in his gold-plated bathrobe, scrolling through Twitter and admiring his reflection in a hand mirror. Suddenly, bam, an ad pops up showing him as a blubbering baby, throwing a tantrum, his tiny hands clench in rage. But wait, there's another one, and another. These sneaky Lincoln Project folks had been cooking up a storm in secret, whipping together a batch of ads saltier than Trump's McDonald's fries. They've got everything from mocking his ego to poking fun at his spray tan addiction. It's like they raided his diary, assuming he can write, and turned every insecurity into comedy gold.
Joe Biden says he cares about law and order. He says he believes in our institutions, our safety, and the rule of law. So why is Joe Biden publicly appearing on stage with a convicted felon? In January 2025, the future that generations were warned about will arrive. We know AI will change everything, but a far greater threat is here now. Because that day in January isn't about artificial intelligence. It's about actual stupidity.
Now we all know our favorite orange turd isn't exactly known for his thick skin, as these ads started popping up faster than his lies. You could practically hear the steam whistling out of his ears. His Twitter feed, usually a cesspool of caps lock rants and misspelled insults, turned into a full-blown meltdown. It was like watching a toddler discover ghost peppers is painful but oh so entertaining. One ad hit him right where it hurts. His precious ratings. Another poked fun at his very stable genius claim, showing him struggling to pronounce big words like origins and anonymous. But the real kicker, they used his own words against him, turning his rambling speeches into comedy sketches that would make SNL jealous. As the ads kept coming, Trump's reactions got wilder. He called the Lincoln Project losers, and scum were his favorite words after me, and great threatened lawsuits faster than you can say fake news, and even tried to get his buddies at Fox News to make the mean ads go away.
Millions of Republicans, more all the time, are feeling the pressure to vote for the party, to toe the line, to pull the lever the way you always did before.
There's a rigged trial.
They rigged an election.
The system is rigged. Mexico's going to pay for the wall.
I believe that Joe Biden had a terrible night last night. A terrible night. An F- night. It was a bad night. That doesn't change who Trump is.
Spoiler alert, it didn't work. You know how some people just can't take a joke. Well, our buddy Trump is like that kid in school who cries when you beat him at Candyland. These Lincoln Project ads have him throwing a tantrum. Bigger than his ego, and that's saying something. And let's break down this comedy gold mine. Shall we picture Donnie? Diaper's face as red as a tomato, or maybe that's just his spray tan melting, pacing around the Oval Office in his tidy whiz with each new ad. His tiny fists clench tighter, and his tweets get crazier. It's like watching a human pressure cooker about to blow first. He tried to brush it off fake news. He screamed, spraying spittle all over his phone screen, but as the ads kept coming, so did the meltdown. He called his lawyer, probably Rudy. Giuliani hair dye dripped down his face, demanding they sue everyone. Sue the Lincoln Project, sue Twitter, sue the internet. Sue Abraham Lincoln while you're at it, but here's the kicker. Folks, the more Trump raged, the more popular these ads became. It's like he's addicted to his own outrage. Every tweet, every insult, every threat just made people share the ads more. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot, or in Trump's case, his very sensitive ego with his inner circle tried to calm him down. Ivanka offered him a juice box. Jared suggested a round of mini golf in the Rose Garden, but our Grumpy Trumpy was on a roll. Even called Fox News, begging them to make the mean videos go away. Spoiler alert. They couldn't, and Tucker Carlson's bow tie nearly spun off in confusion. Crescendo of this orange opera came when Trump, in a fit of rage, tried to ban the word Lincoln from the White House from now on. He bellowed, "It's the Washington Monument on the penny."
You know, the White House is more than just a building. It's more than 18 acres of land in Washington, D.C.
Millions of Republicans, more all the time, are feeling the pressure to vote for the party, to toe the line, to pull the lever the way you always did before.
Joe Biden says he cares about law and order. He says he believes in our institutions, our safety, and the rule of law. So why is Joe Biden publicly appearing on stage with a convicted felon?
Poor Abe must be rolling in his grave, or maybe he's laughing his stovepipe hat off. But here's the million-dollar question. Why are these ads hitting Trump harder than a well-aimed impeachment? It's all about something fancy psychologists call psychological reactants. Are basically when someone tells Trump he can't do something. It's like waving a red cape in front of a very orange bull. The Lincoln Project isn't just mocking him. They're playing 4D chess with his fragile ego. Well, folks, it looks like the Lincoln Project just scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl of political trolling. These crafty rebels managed to get under Trump's skin like a bad spray tan, proving that sometimes the pen, or in this case the parody ad, really is mightier than the sword or the tweet or whatever weapon Trump thinks he's wielding these days. In the age of social media, where memes spread faster than Trump's lies, these ads hit harder than a fact-checker at a mega rally. They showed us that sometimes the best way to fight absurdity is with more absurdity, and boy, did Trump deliver the absurdity and spades with his meltdown. As we wrap up this comedy gold mine, let's remember Trump's skin might be orange, but it's definitely not thick. The Lincoln Project just proved that with a little wit and a lot of hope, even a small group of rebels can make the biggest baby in politics cry.
Hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video. If you stuck around the end, drop a blue heart in this comment. And until next time, I will see you soon.